Hi everyone, Sean here at J&P Cycles, and today we're going to do a short how-to video on how to change your grips. Right now we're working on a 2013 Harley Davidson Softail Slim, but the process and steps you take to complete this is fairly similar across all makes and models of motorcycles. First thing we're going to do is we need to loosen up your throttle and idle cables. So you want to go ahead and pull back on this model the rubber protectors on the adjusters. Next, after we roll those back, we're going to have to break these lock nuts loose and bring them all the way back. Run the adjuster all the way back on both cables, and that will release all the tension. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and just remove the switch housings. Now what you're going to see in here is your throttle and idle cables. You can go ahead and slip them out. And then watch out for these brass little ferrules that hold these throttle cables in. You don't want to lose them. Go ahead and take your new grip, put it on with the throttle and idle cable bosses to the underneath side so you can start back where you left off. Bring your switch housing back into place. Move on to your idle cable. Start with putting your ferrule on with the slot in the ferrule facing towards you. Make sure that your cables are all sitting down good in the grooves, and you can go ahead and put the top of the switch housing back on. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and get your throttle cables adjusted again. Go ahead and take your adjuster and start bringing it out. What this is going to do is take out all the slack that's in your throttle cable with a combination of rotating your grip and feeling the throttle body. You can go ahead and tell if you're fully adjusted. Move to your idle cable, open your grip and let it go. Right now it's still not completely free, so we want to back it off just a little bit more. Next thing you're going to want to do is actually check the play inside this grip. You want to have just a little bit of play in there so you know that the throttle cables have no tension on them when the throttle is completely closed. Now we can go ahead and move on to the other side and get that grip installed. Now we're over here on the clutch side, and we'll go ahead and start to install this grip. First thing you're going to want to do is loosen up your switch housings, similar to what you did on the other side. Go ahead, remove your upper switch housing. And take your razor blade and just cut down the center of this. Now with it's fully sliced down the middle, we can go ahead and just take and roll this grip back. And just anywhere you see any chunks of glue or residue from the grip, you're going to want to go ahead and clean that off. All right, now that we've got it all cleaned up, we can go ahead and start to glue your other grip on. In this case, we'll use some grip lock. And just go ahead and you'll want to apply it. And you can just apply it in stripes. Take your finger and spread that around a little bit. Go ahead and take some grip lock, put it inside the grip, and you'll want to go ahead and spread that around in there as well. That'll just give you a little bit better adhesion when you go put it on. Now all we got to do is just slide it on. Now some of these that are rubber may be a little tight, but that's all right, it'll just help hold it on. Make sure that you bottom the grip completely out. Take your top switch housing and get it back into place. Once again, start to snug these up evenly. And that'll finish up our installation on your grips. They recommend that you wait for 6 to 8 hours before you ride it, just to let that glue set up. Now for all you throttle by wire guys out there, we're going to show you how to install grips on a throttle by wire model as well, just kind of show you the differences. So once your switch housings and everything are loosened up, you can just go ahead and move them away from the grip and just slide your grip off. Now you'll notice on these, your throttle by wire has a gear on the end of it that is actually what is controlling your throttle. When you choose a new grip, you'll want to make sure that you pick a grip that is for throttle by wire models, because there is actually that corresponding gear pattern inside the grip. Now when you go ahead and install your new grips on, if they have any kind of logos or anything on the ends, you're going to want to go ahead and test fit them to make sure that you've got the gears in the right position so that your logos or any other things that you got on the end there are going to point the way that you want them. Then you can just go ahead and button it back up. You guys have got it easy. Here at J&P Cycles, we offer hundreds of different styles of grips to choose from. Now, although you may not ride a Harley Davidson or this exact model, all the steps that we've taken and shown you are roughly the same throughout every make and model, as long as it's using a dual cable setup for your throttle. And if you've got any other questions, you can always call or go online. Our techs are always happy here to help. And you can see us at www.jpcycles.com. Thanks for watching.